Happy Monday, everybody. Let's go over the games happen on December 21st, Sunday. The first one is this game did not go to overtime, and the score is 152 to 150. So everybody went off. Um, the Bulls barely held on. They're 13 and 15 after this win. Kobe White has been very underwhelming. Still had 21 points here, but went 6 for 10 from the free throw line, 5 assists. Um, if the owner is tired of Kobe White, especially free throws, maybe throw him a buy low trade, especially in category leagues. He should be an 80% free throw shooter or above. So he just had some tough night. He just had a tough day. Vucevic, who's been going off versus the Cavaliers, had a quiet game here because I think the Cavaliers kind of play drop with Jared Allen in the paint, so Vucevic can get his floaters up, can he shoot threes. Went 1 for 6 from versus the Atlanta Hawks. Josh Giddey, great game, but also missed a bunch of free throws. 12 assists and 2 steals is great. But again, check the minutes, only 32 minutes. Once Kobe White is back, he doesn't play like 37. Some days he only plays 29. So in those minutes, I don't think we can justify drafting him as a second-round player. He's just not there yet. Matas went crazy. 10 for 11, 7 for 8 from 3, 28 points. One of his best games. After this game, he is still just a 92nd ranked player, averaging 28 points. Yeah, his role on this team is just plug-in guy, 3-and-D, right? If he has it going that day, maybe. So a lot of his value is going to be coming from the defensive stats, especially the blocks. Not much else to talk about for the Bulls. For the Atlanta Hawks, there's a bunch of things to talk about. Jalen Brunson continues to be just absolutely amazing. 10 for 11 from the free throw line, hit 2 threes, 11 rebounds, 9 assists, and 36 points. Yeah, looks amazing. And after this, he is the what is he? He's a 7th ranked player. Yeah. I wouldn't say sell high, but look, if you can get a top 10 player back, I would do it. If you can get Kate Cunningham, if you can get James Harden, I still would do it. A couple of things. I worry about his free throw percentage, right? This year he's shooting 83%. I don't know how sustainable that is. And another thing is, Trey is, he played 26. This game Trey played. Trey hasn't been ramped up, and you still have Porzingis out, who's, whenever Porzingis plays, he's probably going to score 18, 19 points. So that does take some shots away. But either way, Jalen Brunson is going to be really, really good rest of the way. And he showed. But again, this game, they played the Bulls, and both teams dropped 150 points, Dyson Daniels continues to, 2 steals is fine, 9 rebound, 9. But one of the major disappointment this year for a guy that's getting drafted in the 3rd round, right? This is a risk you draft guys like this, which is one category guy. Okungu had 3 threes. He's been popping off pretty much every game with Porzingis out. And we don't know when Porzingis is going to be back. So this is actually extremely smart if you drafted Porzingis and then you have Okungu, right? That kind of really balances it out. Shea hit 4 threes. He's not really fantasy relevant. Now, Nikhil Alexander-Walker, he still played 20 minutes off the bench. So he still have a big role on this team, even with Trey Young is back, even though Trey only played 26. I still think he's going to close to 30 minutes. I don't think he's you have to drop him right away, right? But maybe he doesn't become much roster. But given all the injuries this team have, I would just hold on to him, see how things go. Moving on to the next game, we have the Toronto Raptors. This is a super low scoring game. The Brooklyn Nets, they are just a great team defensively. They're 8 and 19 after this. Everybody struggled on the Raptors. Brandon Ingram still had 3 threes, 2 blocks, 19 points. That's not bad. But what's going on with Jacob Poeltl? Why are they starting him? I think he was questionable coming in. I guess he got hurt. Yeah, lower back stiffness. Well, that's a bummer. So Sandro might be a great stream, for the next couple of games. If he starts. Emmanuel quickly hit 3 threes, 10 assists. Not the best game, but 10 assists is nice. But overall, I would say Emmanuel quickly this year is not living up to our expectation. It's been a couple years now. not a guy that I want to draft super early. Another reason is they got Brandon Ingram, they got Scotty Bombs, they also have RJ Barrett, and he also doesn't. It's not like he get 10 assists a game, so he doesn't have huge usage. He doesn't get a lot of defensive stats, right? He gets some minutes, but just not enough usage to go around for him to be like a top 50 player. Scotty, 1 steal and 2 blocks, did okay. For the Brooklyn Nets, how about Michael Porter Jr.? Another great game. 24 points, 11 rebounds, 5 assists with 4 threes and with good efficiency. He's playing really, really good. The only concern with him is with Brooklyn. What are they going to do as we get to the end of the season? Igor played well, actually hit 4 threes, 16 points. We could stream him. Noah Clowney, he takes a lot of threes, hit 4 threes here, 9 rebounds, 2 blocks. I think he needs to be rostered. Obviously, very up and down. And Claxton only played 27 minutes. No defensive stat. That's surprising. Oh my God, it's because of the blowout. Yeah. Yeah, and this team, they still don't have Cam Thomas back. So when Cam Thomas comes back, right? I mean, there might be a fun team to watch because they got 2 guys that can ISO and get buckets. But they're not going anywhere, so that's a concern. What happens if they shut these guys down, The next one, the New York Knicks beat the Miami Heat. Couple guys just absolutely went off. Again, Kawhi Leonard, he played 34 minutes here. He was a -6, but it's 3 games now with Tyler Hero out. He just absolutely pops off. 28 points here with 5 threes. Only 1 block, no blocks, 1 steal, but 19 rebounds and 5 threes. Crazy. This guy's upside is insane. But yeah, this is why you just cannot afford to drop him because Tyler Hero is always out, right? Pretty much like anybody, he's the next one up. Like if Andrew Wiggins is out, if Davion Mitchell is out, or Norman Powell, like he's gonna get some extra minutes, right? And he doesn't need 35 minutes a night. I think 27, 28 makes him a must roster. With everybody absolutely fully healthy, some games he gets 20. But still, it's just too good to not roster. But of course, if you can try to sell high on him, if you can get a consistent top 50 player, right, that's something I'll think about. But other than that, this you don't find these type of players on the waiver wire. Just go off like this. Davion Mitchell continues to be solid, 8 assists here. He's an assist and steals guy. Norman Powell. Only 22 points with Tyler Hero out, 4 threes. He could be better, but he's gonna have a big year on the Heat. Triple J had 23 points off the bench. Yeah, I mean if Tyler Hero is out, like he could be a good stream, but from game to game, you just don't know. Andrew Wiggins only played 24 minutes here, and Bam played 33. Also had a pretty rough game versus the New York Knicks. Well, we look at the Knicks. How about Jalen Brunson? 47 points, 8 threes, 11 for 11. Yeah, the problem with Jalen Brunson is it's actually all good. It's just lack of defensive stats. Everything else is great. A lot of points, assists with great efficiencies. He's going to hit some threes. Cat. No good, Cat. Try to buy low if you can. 2 steals, 6 rebounds, 2 assists. Had some foul trouble, only 2 points. Mikal Bridges could not miss a shot, but where are the defensive stats? OG brought in a steal and 2 blocks. Okay, OG is very consistent. And Josh Hart had 3 threes and 10 rebounds. Now he's a full-time starter now, so he's a must roster. It's the same script every single year for, 3 years now, where Josh Hart, beginning of the year, does not get the start. Somebody gets hurt. He comes in, play well, and then now he's starting. All right, move on to the next game. We have the San Antonio Spurs. They're just really, really good this year. I know they beat the Wizards, but they're 21-7. And they have a lot of talent on this team. I didn't realize how good Stephon Castle and Dylan Harper already are. Like, Dylan Harper had a rough game here, but Castle is really good. 4 for 16, horrible. 9 for 13, horrible. But he's got he's a 6'7" guard, super athletic. He also had 11 assists here with 3 steals. Yeah, with him, the efficiency is going to be rough, especially with the free throws. I mean, pretty rough here with the field goal, too. Yeah. De'Aaron Fox played well, 27 points, 5 threes. Yeah, De'Aaron Fox on this team, they got a lot of high-quality guards. So I think he's still going to average like 21, 22 points, right? 20 points at least. Give you 5 threes. But yeah, when everybody's healthy, we shouldn't expect too much out of him. Maybe like just a top 50 player, which is still good. I don't think people will overdraft him in like third round or anything. Maybe in some leagues. Luke Cornett started. Yeah, I mean they are still doing some interesting things with Victor Wembanyama. They're not. They have him come off the bench. He is pretty injury prone, to be honest. That's always been a concern. I mean, when you're that tall, it's hard not to get injured for most people. Um, but what are you gonna? This is your second round pick, the second pick. Still had 12 rebounds and 2 blocks, but just minutes. I don't know when they're gonna ramp him up. Maybe at some point, maybe this week. But the injury concerns is there versus Jokic, because we're talking about the best players in fantasy. We're talking about Shea, who really gets hurt. Jokic, of course, and now you have Wemby. Obviously, probably have the highest ceiling, but just cannot stay healthy. And then Jokic is just way more consistent. Um, Devin Vassell 2 3, but he's more exciting for sure. Devin Vassell 2 3s, not much else, and Harrison Barnes hit 2 3s. The Spurs they're just really good. Now for the Wizards, Bob Carrington has been getting a lot of minutes. I don't mind just roster him, see how things go. Maybe he can improve. Maybe a couple games he pop off. He had a decent game here with 21 points and 4 threes. Added a block with 4 assists. He usually give you 4 5 assists and 2 threes and some points. If that's what you want, sure. It's hard to get assists on the waiver wire. So a guy that can give you 4 5 is valuable. CJ 15 points, 2 steals. I don't know why they're still playing CJ. They have their own Vucevic because all the big men were out. Alex Sar, it was a back-to-back. He could be a great stream next time. Both guys were out. Keyshawn George had a big one with 14 points, 7 assists. Not a big one, but he put up numbers. Keyshawn George can really put up numbers. And even Trey Johnson came off the bench, had played 25 minutes, had 19 points. He can also score. So by the time we get to the end of the season, it'll be interesting to see so are they should not be playing CJ McCollum. They should give the ball to Carrington or Trey Johnson, right? Give those guys some playing time, and those guys might have good value as we get to the end of the season. Moving on to the next game, we have. Well, this is a close game. The Atlanta Hawks. I'm sorry, the Milwaukee Bucks barely lost to the Wolves on the road, 100-103. And how about Kevin Porter Jr.? Man, this man is. If you picked him up on the waiver, congratulations. He's a 9th ranked player. Only played 10 games, but he's averaging 20 points, 7.7 assists, and I would say one of the bigger things for him is the efficiency improvement, especially from the free throw line. He's shooting 49% from the field. That's also great. But I remember when he was on the Cavaliers, when he was on the Rockets, he was not a great free throw shooter. But all of a sudden, right, this year he's shooting, let's see if it's sustainable. He's shooting 87%, maybe it'll drop. But 10 rebounds, 9 assists, 4 steals, and block is insane with 24 points. 6 turnovers, we don't care. AJ is a great 3-point streamer, had 1 3, just 1 3. Miles Turner had 3 threes and 13 points, but just no blocks. That's a problem when you draft guys like Miles Turner. And Jaren Jackson Jr. at the very early rounds, it's possible this guy give you nothing for a couple of weeks, and then have one game just absolutely pops off. For these type of situations, for these type of players, right? Do you want more consistent numbers? Because the timing may not work out for you. Like maybe that week you're gonna lose anyway, or maybe that week you already won blocks, and now he come in with 25 blocks. So, and then you draft this guy early. Well, he still provided 5 rebounds, 4 assists, and 3 threes, so that's not bad. It's just the blocks are so volatile. For the Timberwolves, Randall continues to struggle. He only took 9 shots here, 2 steals. So if you sold high on Randall, congratulations. But I think now it's kind of like, okay, can you buy low? Can you throw him a top 50? To me, he's still a top 50 player. So if you throw him a top 80, 90 player, right, he might suck for a couple more weeks, but at some point he's gonna figure it out. Anthony Edwards also struggled here. My goodness, 7 for 24, 8 for 12 from the line. Pretty rough game, but they still got the win. Dante had 4 threes. Dante has been so consistent this year, hitting threes. 4 assists, 2 steals, 18 points, pretty good. Jaden McDaniel also, what happened? He got fouled out or he got ejected. 0 for 4, but yeah, let's roster him. And with Jaden McDaniel out, Rudy also had a big game. Rudy has been playing really, really well. Another game with 18 rebounds. On the season, he's a 135th ranked player, but yeah, I think lately he's been playing really, really well. Nasri maybe could be a stream if Jaden McDaniels is out. Like he can get like 28, 29 minutes a game, have some value. Can hit threes, can score some points, and shoot some rebound and blocks. All right, last game of the night. This one was a surprise. The Rockets, they lost to the Kings in overtime, 124-125. Their end of games execution. Jabari Smith is a -20, by the way. It's not great. It's not great. Even KD was just a +2. 8 for 21 from KD. The problem with KD or maybe they're not setting him up for success. Like 8 assists is great, 10 rebounds, but yeah, when the other team end of game situation, because I saw the montage of Şengün just jacking shot end of game situations because they just get the ball out of KD's hand, and then you have Şengün on the perimeter trying to make a move, which is not the play you want. So I think the Rockets, they might need to be a little more creative when it comes to end of game situations, how to get a shot off, because just let them double KD and let Şengün shoot from far might not be the best idea. Because a lot of times they don't have enough time for Şengün to go in the paint. It takes him time to make a couple spin moves and go to the basket. So there's a couple games now where like they lost in close games, so that's something they gotta figure out. Şengün, I mean, fantasy-wise, played well. 2 steals and 2 blocks, only 6 rebounds. That's a little bit off. Amen Thompson played well, right? Really good efficiency with 3 steals and 8 assists. I mean, they do have injuries right now, like. Of course, Fred VanVleet has been out for season. But Reed Shepherd, 34 minutes off the bench. Again, he's a must roster. Didn't shoot the ball well. Still had 15 points and 4 threes. Maybe they got to leverage Reed Shepherd a little bit more in offense or end of game situations. For the Kings, what a win for them. But they're still the worst team in the West. However, Russell Westbrook, typical fashion, 24 shots for Russell Westbrook with Zach LaVine out. Had 6 offensive rebounds, hit 5 threes. I mean, big game. Russ had a big game. So he needs to be rostered. DeMar DeRozan, 27 points. He also had a decent game. They started Precious Achiuwa, but only gave him 18 minutes, so it's hard to like stream him, even with all the guys out. And now the rookie, Reynard. 14 rebounds. I think as long as Sabonis is out, like he's a great stream. 14 rebounds here. And Keegan Murray, yeah, absolutely went off again. 26 points. He's the most roster. 26 points, 3 threes. The coach loves him. They give him huge minutes. So, yeah, we gotta keep picking him up. That's it, guys. I'll see you tomorrow.